Good morning and welcome to a mid-September allotment tour. Right, let's get underway and show you what's been growing. So, two types of climbing beans here. These are purple violets. Very, very productive they've been. I'll just come in here and show you the bean itself. So really good sized bean that. Have a look. But there's still loads of beautiful beans left, so when you cook them they actually turn green, but they're stringless variety, so they're beautiful any size. Over here we've got the swede and cabbage beds, so these are coming on well. I think I've got 3 or 4 different varieties of swedes here, can be ready to be picked towards the end of the year. So over here just the remnants of the beetroot, so we've got a lovely bed ready which probably have raw beans in a few months time. But here you go, here's some lovely golden beetroot still ready to lift when you want them. Isn't that wonderful? You can come and pick your crops up when you're ready. Horseradish, so that's where the onions were, and I've mulched that with wood chips, so that'll be ready again for next year. Over here, this was the Three Sisters bed, so we had the pumpkins, the sweet corn and the beans. Now the sweet corn was a little late and I wasn't expecting much activity, so it was more of a fun growing crop, but as you can see here we've actually got some corns coming, so it could still be time. So we'll keep a check out on that. The beans, different varieties here. Jacob's Cattle, so these are drying beans, yet they're smaller than I anticipated, hence why I've got the massive pole. But the gigantus beans, wow, look at that. That's nearing on 8 foot, massive. And again, another drying bean, really good for soups. I'm going to just let them all just produce their bean pods, and then we'll just save the beans over winter. So really impressed with the gigantus beans, really looking forward for that in production. Cherokee Trail of Tears, not as many as I thought. Still nice looking beans, but definitely the winner on the beans are the purple violet, so I'm definitely going to do them again next year. And squashes, I have seen some squashes, so this is a Russian variety here, which looks nice and round. And this is the candy Georgian squash. But then look at this. In there is a candy Georgian candy squash. Look at the size of that. Massive. I don't know, what's that? Wow, probably as long as an arm. Right in there from down to there. So isn't that fantastic? It's just got a friend there with some gigantus beans, but look at that. So I'm just going to leave all that until the leaves die back on the squashes. So really impressed. So this section here, the tomatoes, they've done really well. This is Cocktail Crush. There's some lovely ripe ones at the back. Look at the size of them. They're massive. Again, a hand comparison. Look at that. That's ginormous. So I'm really impressed with that. I seem to be the only one that's done a lot tomatoes down the allotment, but they are a fantastic variety. So absolutely we'll be doing the Cocktail Crush down the allotment again. Really recommend it. Path's a bit more clearer there. So here we've got a butternut squash section. Again, if you remember my previous video when I made the raised beds, I just moved these along. However, there is a squash growing, so that's great. So I wasn't expecting that because I moved them a lot and they were quite a late addition. So we'll see how that fares, but that's another nice bed. Cabbages at the back here, which would be great. You can come and get your leaves when you want. I really got a soft spot for this section here. This is the turnips. So Petrovsky at the front, as you can see, lovely. Oh, that one's probably ready to harvest. in the next couple of days. So the Petrovsky is a sweeter variety, which is sort of yellow in colour. And then at the back here, you've got the purple top Milan, which is just stunning. So you've got different sizes, so you can stagger your harvest. But if you haven't tried growing turnips before, I truly recommend it, because they are an absolute pleasure to grow and eat. And you can eat the tops as well. So over here I've got a new little section. This is the Welsh onion, or Japanese bunching onions, which are a perennial onion, or in a sense never need onions again. They're a salady onion, but the bulbs will clump where you can separate it, so it will keep producing onion tops, which you can just cut and come again, or take them out and divide them, but they will just absolutely grow and take over that area. So I real recommend it. Get your never ending onions, the Welsh onion or bunching onions. Over here we've got the black radish. Wow, that's an interesting shape, that one on the floor. I think that's pushed itself up, so it looks like I'll take that to harvest. We've got some lovely black radishes in here, so excellent. And again, you've got the radish tops here. Got some chard, which is brilliant. And then I'll just give you a shot back of how it's looking. So as you can see, it's been mulched over in preparation for the next season. So there we go, that's the veggie section. Looking lovely, isn't it? Really happy with that. And then got a new addition here, got a grape. So I've put a grape now here. Got blueberries still. The autumn raspberries are just fantastic. Look at the amount of fruit still. So when you have your summer crop, you think it's over, but if you have autumn bearing raspberry, which this is all gold and I believe autumn bliss, you have delicious, beautiful raspberries, which will go right into, sorry Mr. Fly, lovely, beautiful flavour, right into September. More raspberries along there, which are more autumn varieties, as you can see. And strawberries at the bottom. And over here is a new section, which I've changed a bit. This is now the rhubarb section. So I lifted the other big rhubarb, divided it. Probably should have done a bit later in the season, but I've chanced it, so I've split it. It looks okay to me. And at the back there, that one, Timperley, that's a separate variety. So we've got plenty of rhubarb there, which is going to be really exciting. Probably going to try a rhubarb coulis or rhubarb wine, something like that. Sounds exciting. So wood chipped and a beautiful new section. Welcome rhubarbs. Yeah, just inside the greenhouse, because I've yet to put the roof on that, because I inherited it in a bit dilapidated state. I've got potatoes on the left hand side, that is Golden Wonder, which are looking very healthy, and on the right that looks like onion potatoes. So I'm looking forward to seeing what sort of crop comes out from them. At the back, just bits and pieces of tools. Water butts are still going strong, so I may put a corrugated plastic on that, which will help catch the rainfall and give me a bit of a roof to it. The elderberries recovered. When I moved it, it all died back, as you can see, but never give up is a motto I believe in. Never give up. And look at that, that's come back. That was where the rhubarb was, and then the compost is doing well there. So now I've got a nice walk through to the compost area, and you've still got blackberries, which I let the birds just enjoy, bless them. And the compost is doing well. Just put all my old grass cuttings and bits and pieces in there, and then just covered it with some cardboard. Turn that once in a while. 50-50, remember, 50% carbon, which is brown stuff, which is leaves, your twigs and your cardboard, and then 50% nitrogen, which is your green stuff, grass and bits and pieces like that. You can put food in. I don't personally, because I didn't want to sort of attract rodents, but you can definitely put food in them. There's a boysenberry, looking really good. I reckon that's going to fruit lovely next season. And then this is a blackberry. This is a wheatcher. That's a red currant. I think that's Rondiver. And then we've got blackcurrant, 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 red gooseberry, white gooseberry, and josterberry. So it's been very, very productive this season, because this really is my first season. So I've achieved quite a lot. It's been a real exciting adventure. I hope you two are getting on well with your growing at home or on your allotment or acres, because within a space like this, which is only half an allotment plot, you can have a really productive food factory, is to think. All of these plants are working for you. They're giving you wonderful produce. You're being outside. You don't need a gym because the work is intense and physical. And you can hear beautiful nature. I'm thankful for what God's given us. So, I hope you have a lovely day. And if you've got time, let me know what you've been growing well this season, and I'll see you soon.